s- actively sandwich, actively lazy,
There's
lesser
a
known as Alan Sandage. I got it right.
there's a button that comes up every time you start the recording, and it asks me if I want to leave. I think next time I'm just gonna hit leave.
You might. I've never seen that because I don't get it on my end. But how are you today, sir?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
That was
Ready
very
to.
enthusiastic, sir. That was
No, I'm just. Why do white people love America so much, man? Like they're gung ho on Memorial Day, man, and it's so hypocritical. I don't see anybody doing
You
shit for
probably didn't say
veterans.
gun hole on
No,
purpose,
no,
but
people don't do shit for veterans. They constantly cut funding for things that veterans need. But goddamn it, they'll give you a burger or a hot dog or some shit like
and say
that.
thank you for your service.
Yeah, and a fucking beer.
And you
It's
might
the
get a first class.
stupidest hypocritical shit of all time, man. But again, I mean I do appreciate anybody that's willing to put their life on the line for people without any proper compensation or caretaking after the effect. I went to a baseball game Sunday. They were honoring a Tuskegee airman. And you know, in my full black power mode, I turned to all the white people in my area and was like, "You guys ever heard about the experiments they did on those guys?"
Yeah, really? Yeah, Tuskegee.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I got some dirty looks. I was wearing a Captain America shirt too, which made it even better.
That is even better. Even though in the comics or in the movies, Captain America challenges America to be better a lot. I mean, he did in the '60s, but they evolved at least '80s on. I feel like they let him challenge a lot of status quo. But yeah, I'm just gonna let that be on a Memorial Day. I got a couple rants. One of my best friends, a Vietnam vet. Hey, don't he's in the VA all the time. So a lot of lip service,
Yeah,
but that's
I
how
just
we
don't
do
say
it.
that.
And I'm telling me too. I'm telling you, I'm on one because I watched the Carlin documentary and I got real hype. So I'm trying to hold it down and stay to the topic. So let's get to the topics. Headlines. The Heat versus the Celtics. Obviously, the Heat lost. Controversial moment or shot by Jimmy Butler. Do you think that three-pointer he shot with Al Horford going back on his heels, was that a good shot or was that a bad shot?
Fuck, is it a good shot? How is anybody defending that as a good shot? The idea of scoring is to take the highest percentage shot that you could possibly take. You're shooting under 25% from 3-point range. That is an awful shot. That's probably the worst shot that you could take.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Now, am I mad at him for taking that shot? No, because he's the only one on there besides Bam that looked like he gave a damn and wasn't scared of the moment. And he carried the team, especially the last two games. So he said, can you live with that shot? Yes. Is that a good shot? No. You're asking for something supernatural to happen. A 22% free throw shooter. Russell Westbrook has a higher 3-point percentage than that man for the season. So you're asking someone a worse shooter than Russell Westbrook, which is really hard to do, to hit a 3-pointer. And granted, that game he wasn't hot. The game before he was, but it's not a good shot, no matter who shoots it. And you don't just get magic powers because you're a good player. But again, I understand he was tired. He was trying to make something happen, but that was not a good shot. It should not be defended. It's a terrible shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not criticizing it in the sense that it's like if he felt like it was necessary, that's fine. That's his prerogative. Like you said, he'd done all the legwork anyway up until then. I'm just saying, analytically, logically, and from the sideline, that was a bad shot.
It just was. And I wasn't as shocked when I saw it. And then the announcers kind of were like, whoa, what's going on? I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that wasn't.
It was like 16 seconds left. I was like, no.
Yeah. There's a lot of time on the shot clock too. That's what made it so bad. And I understand trying to get in transition, but that's just not a good shot. Going to a quick finals preview. How do you see the finals playing out?
It's experience versus youth. The experience of the Warriors core against the youth of the Celtics, and who's going to win. Like I feel like the Celtics match up well athletically, But when you play the Warriors, it takes more than athletics. You got to be smart. Everybody's got to be on their game. And I'm not sure if I can bet on the Celtics collectively having everybody on their game. It's going to take a 6 to 7 man rotation, A game on everybody, not just my boy. Oh, I don't mean my boy like literally my boy, but not on what's his name? How am I?
Tatum?
Yeah, Tatum. Man, I think I'm calling him every kind of Jason, Jalen, all kind of names. But yeah, on Tatum.
Strange.
Yeah, because I've been arguing about the dude all day. I feel like I might as well call him my man. I've been defending him. I mean, he's playing well. He's playing really well.
Yeah.
And he has gradually gotten better every year. And this is his peak of like, taking that next step. The series against Durant, the way he took charge on that has been phenomenal. I like the way he leads, even on the games where he's had bad games in the Bucks series, or even in this series. He had a game where he wasn't shooting worth a damn. It was actually, I think it was the Heat's game series. He wasn't shooting worth a damn. He was passing, he was rebounding, he's playing defense as best as he could play defense, and he got a rhythm into the game based off of all the other things he was doing outside of scoring.
Exactly.
And then they needed him to score, and he was already in rhythm, and he was just knocking down shots. It all started coming. So what I'm seeing is a maturing player who's finally getting it and what it takes to be above good. And I'm happy to watch it. I mean, I never thought I'd say that. Shout out to Danny Ainge for getting something right on his way out the door.
So much Danny hate. I never said I hate Danny so much. I hate Danny so much. Well, I liked him as a player, so I couldn't let it go. And I think he did put together the team that won the championship that they milked forever, and he did draft Tatum and Brown too, I believe.
Took Tatum when I was like, you should have got Fultz. So I mean, I'm awful at NBA prospects.
Yeah, Corey was big on Fultz too. I think just very similar to what you said. I think it's a really not good matchup, but I think it's a tough matchup for the Celtics, tough matchup for the Warriors. But the Warriors are just, coaching is smart, the players are smart, and they make those winning plays that I'm not going to say the Celtics win by default because that would be disrespectful. But the Celtics give you an opportunity to win games. And then they come back and they make up for it a lot of times. But against a team like the Warriors, if you give them yourself or give them a back door to winning the game, they're going to steal the game and you're not going to get it back. And you could do that with the Heat. And you could, because honestly, they should have beat both those teams in 6. And if they were playing peak ball, they should have beat both those teams in 5. So, and again, they played 2 really gritty, tough teams, but you can't, they're a roller coaster ride. That game was over last night. I fell asleep at 2 minutes left. I woke back up with the Jimmy Butler shot. I'm like, what the hell? How was it that close of a game anyway? Like, what is happening? You were up double digits the whole time, but you couldn't put them away. And they still, I think it was game 5, that they let, or maybe 4, they let the Bucks steal when they were up 11 with 3 minutes left. You can't do that. You'll lose 2 games to the Warriors like that if you leave the back door open.
Yeah, and again, I think that's just that experience thing that comes in. Like they still, to me, sometimes seem like they have, and I don't want to say Marcus Smart and Brown still seem like they have reservations with conceding to Tatum in key moments.
What was Smart doing last night?
Yeah, that's what I say. Last night, like Kobe? It was like 2 minutes left, I think, or something like that. And he just, in my head, I was just like, here he go again, man. Like, bro, just chill. Move the ball around, give the ball to Tatum, get the hell out the way. Let Tatum control the game, man. If he starts tricking it up or something like that, then fine. But this is Tatum's team. The ball needs to go to Tatum. And even if he's not going to score, let him pass the ball to you. You don't just take the ball and one-on-one or dribble the clock out and then drive into. That's not your role. That is not your role. It's his team. Concede to him. It's perfectly fine. Concede to him. That is what your team needs. So like I said, that still kind of irks me a little. And if he has some butthead moments in this series, they will definitely get punished.
Yeah, I agree with that. But so I would take Warriors in 6. What do you think?
I want the I don't want the Celtics to win because I don't like their racist city, but I'm really rooting for Jason Tatum. I just think it's just too much. So I'm gonna go Warriors in 6-2.